Welcome back, everybody. Welcome if you are new. Today we're in the pro late models for like the first time in like 4 years. I've ran these cars. I used to love this series back when I streamed and stuff, but I never had time to work on setups anymore. So I'm super happy they came out with a fixed series here because I want to run these a lot now. But these used to be my favorite cars. But we're at Volusia. I like this track a lot as well. I didn't want to run these last week because I think they were at Kokomo or something like that. They're either at Kokomo or I-55 with everything else. I can't quite remember, but I used to love these cars. They used to be my favorite thing to drive, so I'm super excited that they're on the fixed side now, and we will see how we can do. Didn't run a great practice time, but in my practice before this, I got down to like a mid-7, which was pretty fast. But this track's already a little bit more worn out, so I don't know if we'll be able to get down to that. 16.125. It seems about like what I can get to at least. Try to run the bottom here in 3 and 4, see if we can get anything else out of it without hitting the wall. We got the wall, so that's not going to count anyways. It's not going to matter. But we're car number 1 here out of like 16, unfortunately. I hate that we're car number 1. Probably going to lose our 4K iRating because we've had a really rough go of it in dirt recently. So I'm like at like 4,025. It's okay if we lose it. It's just a number. We'll get it back sooner or later, but we're like mid-pack right now. It's going to be a tough one to come back from right now. So we'll see how it goes in the heat races here. All right, we qualified 7th, so we are in heat number 1, starting outside. See if we can try to make up any time here or not. Everyone's pretty quick here, so it should be a good race, hopefully.
We put in plenty of fuel to finish the race.
I'd much rather finish like mid-pack with a good race than having a really low SOF and just dominating the race. So I'm happy everybody else is pretty quick too, especially with me being car number 1. You never know how that's going to go with the field. But there was a lot of people that registered. There was like nearly 50 people registered. So I think there's like 3 different splits, I want to say. And with 16 cars in our race, I don't think there'll be a consolation race. I think it's going to go straight from Heat 2 to the A main, which is nice. I hate waiting on the consolation. All it does is tear up the track a little bit more, which isn't a bad thing, but it's usually pointless anyways. Like, usually one of those people in the consolation is already left, and they're the one eliminated, and you just have to watch the people do a few, like 10 laps for no reason. It's not very useful in the most part, but I like the heat races a lot. But hopefully we can have a good A main race. We're going to be starting on the bottom for the A main. That may be a little rough. So we'll have to just manage on the start. Hopefully get a good jump and maybe get to the top early. Because the top usually prevails here when it gets slicked off. You might be able to make the very, very bottom work if you could stay off the wall. But we'll see how this goes. Who's all in ours? The 6 car didn't qualify. He was pretty quick in our last practice as well. Evan's out front. I don't really recognize a whole lot of names. I know Anthony. I think he's in the other heat. We'll probably watch him in the other heat. He was messaging me before this race in the practice and stuff. So, hello, Anthony. I know you're watching. So, good luck in the race. Waiting on everybody to join up, and the timer is going to run out. So, that wasn't worth waiting for 2 minutes. I think the 6 car just didn't grid up. He just wants to start in the back for the A main, I guess. Okay. And there are cautions in the A main since it's I think it's a C class race. But I'm just so excited with all the new fixed series that they added this season, because I've been wanting these for so long, just because like people are amazing at making setups, and there's no way I can compete with them with the very small amount of time I would have to try to make one. Only thing I know about setups is like stagger to help it like either get looser or tighter, doing stuff with the gear ratio, trying to max it out, and fuel. That's about it. That's all I ever really messed with. So I don't really know a whole lot about setups in the first place. But I know there's a ton of people out there that are great with setups and can make things go flying. But 4 or 5 years ago, when there was a completely different tire model, dirt was still pretty new. There wasn't a whole lot of people like messing with setups that in depth. But that was the only kind of racing these things had. Still had some amazing races back then too. So I'm really excited for these. They're a good middle ground between the limiteds and the supers. Like there's enough throttle to screw up, but you're not just gonna be full throttle like a limited basically. But there's not as much like horsepower as a super, so you can kind of control it a little bit better. All right, second place. Hopefully you get a good jump here, Timmy.
Pace car's off. You ready? Green flag, green flag.
Not a bad jump for us on the outside. And we're already getting hit up. Turn 1 because he was pushed up 3 wide. That guy on the inside pushed him up immediately.
Clear.
So I don't put that on the 37 whatsoever. That's more on the 7 car of Corey.
20.0.
We'll go back and see it for sure, but I think it was because he got pushed up 3 wide, I would imagine. Because I had no clue we were 3 wide going into the first corner already. Spotter didn't say anything yet. The spotter on dirt's kind of not that useful anyways. It's kind of half broken. Let's see if we can try to make a spot back here. Seems like Evan up front is still working this bottom pretty well. Definitely don't want to get too sideways like that. Got too much into the slick and got on throttle. 1 and 2 is definitely a lot easier to hit the bottom, but I feel like you can gain some more momentum off the top there than you can in 3 and 4. 3 and 4 is a little flatter. So it's a little bit harder to make the outside work in 3 and 4 compared to 1 and 2, to me at least. Just from my experiences here. Just got to stay out this inside wall like we hit it in qualifying. Especially when there's a car to our outside. Oh, I think he got the wall. It's going to slow him up a little bit. But when you're on the inside of somebody and you clip that wall, you're going to be coming straight back up the track. Which I do not want to do, because that would just probably wreck both of us or slow both of us up a ton. 2 laps to go here. At least we got back up to 4th. I'm happy about that. We wouldn't have got hit out of the way first corner. Maybe could have been up to 3rd. Who knows? Corey had a huge start. Maybe he was lacking back in the start to get a good run in the turn 1. I'm not sure. We'll probably see it happen in the A main, so it'll be interesting to see what he was doing. I'm gonna go back and see what happened though in that turn 1, but I'm happy we got back up to 4th. Able to make the pass there on Brandon, so that's solid.
All right, man, that's it.
We'll be starting what? We were 7th. Yeah, we'll be 7th in the feature then as well. So let's go back, see what the hell happened there lap 1. Because I know we were 3 wide because they were 2 wide in front of me coming off the corner. Oh yeah, he got a big start back there. What happened though? Like, how did he get that? Was he just like sitting back? Yeah, he was kind of sitting back trying to jump the start, checked up, and then just had a better start than he did, but just completely took 3 wide right off the bat. So he didn't push him up at all. He kind of ran high. Like, he ran high into me for sure. He could have ran much lower in the middle. And he didn't really even hit me that much either, is the bad thing. Barely just a tap with the right rear and it pushes me up. So it is what it is. Let's go on to heat number 2. I know Anthony's in here, the one messaging me before the race. So best of luck in the heat race. He's starting in 4th, or no, he's starting in 6th. He's car number 4. But he's starting on the outside here. See what he could do with his starting spot. I don't like this camera as much because it doesn't change on the back stretch or anything. Yeah, TV2 should be good. But let's see how this heat goes. Hopefully it's pretty clean as well. My heat was pretty good, I would say. Wasn't too bad off. Pace truck still going around one more time. The bottom's going to be a little bit rough for us, I think, off the start of the feature. Seems like it's got some grip down there, but the outside does have a lot of speed. But we'll see. Turn 1, we might be able to make it work, make some passes. But after that, it's going to be rough going, I feel like. So we'll see what happens. Some weird flickering on the fencing. But I remember when I used to stream, somebody got up on this like grass strip up here. It was hilarious because you can either turn around right there after the wall, or the way somebody did it back then, they were like flying into turn 1, went up on the wall and like flipped up over onto it. It was hilarious.
Green.
They're off and running. Anthony doesn't get a great start, but hopefully he can stick to the outside here. He checks up because the 52 is coming up in his way. Watch some of the battling up here, see if anybody gets into each other. Hopefully he can make a comeback there. This is a 57. I think I said the 52 earlier in that yellow car, but he's a 57. But everybody's keeping it pretty clean. 44 went way wide there. Anthony may be able to make a move. 44 gets a pretty good run. 57 sending it on the bottom, but keeps it down there. I thought he was going to slide straight up into the 10 there, honestly. I thought he was going to go right up into him. Pretty good battles, though. Battle up here for second place. I don't know who started in second or anything, but the 9 car on the outside is moving up there. Absolutely flying. This is what's going to be rough for us in the feature, starting on the bottom. Hopefully we can get to the top pretty quick, and we should be good from there. They're starting to battle back here a little bit more. 10 cars on the bottom, 57's on the top. Now is 10 going to throw a slider? Nope, 57's going to have a cut down almost right into the nose of the 44. 10's trying to keep it low, slides up through the slick there. 57's going to cross him back over. Good battle in the turn 3. Is he going to throw a slider? I would if I was him. 10 car is going to get a good run on that outside. I think had him at the line just barely for 4th there. Got pushed up there in turn 1. Lost a ton of time. What lap down? 6. 44 car trying to make it work down there. The 10's getting a lot of momentum. Loses it to the 44. 3-way battle here for about 5th, 6th, 7th area. Ooh, 44 lost it. Anthony gets by both of them. Looks like he got too slick there through the middle of the corner. Going on to the final lap here. Watch the battle for second. 9 car has been holding that outside lane pretty solid. See if third place has anything for him here in his final lap. He runs straight behind him. Tries to get a little bit of cut down, but real slick through that middle. Good battles, though. Anthony got up to 5th to us. That's a big difference in starting in... I think he's going to start 10th instead of starting like 14th or something. So we are going to be starting in 7th, I want to say. Yeah, we're 7th right here. So that's not too bad. I just think the bottom's going to be rough here off the start.
Pit road is closed.
Hopefully we can get it rolling pretty well, though, on the initial start here. Maybe get up in front of the yellow car on our outside. Hopefully, at least. That's what I'm hoping for. 20 seconds, so everybody needs to grid up. Is the 6 car actually here? I saw him connect. He's still not gridded up, so maybe he's just not racing. I don't know. But he's wasting everybody's time just waiting on the grid. But it should be a good battle up front between Evan and Hunter. I put the H on Evan. But hopefully they can have a pretty good battle up there. Hopefully this goes caution free as well. That'd make this a very quick race. 30 laps. There are cautions though. Caution laps don't count. But this should be a lot of fun, hopefully. Thought we were rolling? Okay, now we are. At least the people behind me didn't start going and run into the back of me. That's happened sometimes when people start to roll and I start to roll and then actually they're still stopped. Like, because not the person in front of them went, so... That's why I always wait for the guy in front of me to start going, because I couldn't see the car in front of him, but if the guy in front of him was stopped, everything could have piled up. Which would have been bad. Hopefully we can get to like a top 5 spot. Try to battle up there some if we can. We'll see if Corey takes it 3 wide into turn 1 again. He might. He'll probably attempt to.
Really don't need anything too exceptional. We just need nice smooth pit stops.
We're car number 1. I do think we need something a little exceptional. I don't think it doesn't need to be exceptional at all, but top 5 would be solid, I feel like. A lot of fast people in here, though, so hopefully we can have a good one. 30 laps could go by really quick, or it could take forever with a caution. With multiple cautions. Because cautions are going to bring more cautions, for sure. But getting ready to take the green here. Let's see how this goes. Pace truck is pulling off. And Corey's going to take it 3 wide, it looks like. Nope, third place kind of blocked him on entry. There's a whole bunch of cars on top. I think we're only 2 wide. Try to hold this inside. Got that without hitting the wall really well. I'm shocked.
Outside, still out there. 18.804.
Try not to get this thing too sideways though. Just try to get a nice straight exit.
Clear, clear.
Do the best we can down here for now. Think we're 3 wide. Oh, no, we're only 2. Okay. The yellow car came off so low, I thought we were going to be 3, so I tried to hold it low for him. Okay, let's try to get to the outside here since we're singled up. I think we lost... actually, no, I think we're still in 7th. Yeah, because the yellow car was to our outside on the start. So that's not too bad. We almost gained a spot on him, honestly. Just try not to use too much throttle, though, so we don't get too sideways. Sliders are definitely going to be needed in this one for people, I'd imagine.
16.49.
Felt like a good 1 and 2 there. The yellow car is going for a pass on the bottom. Good luck with that, sir. Hopefully we can take advantage of that and get to his outside at some point. Okay, he's coming back up. It's not the most smooth way to get back up. I could have just ran his ass over into turn 1. Had to really check up for him. I like to have a cut down line off of turn 4, but with a guy getting to our inside, it's not going to happen.
16.75.
This track's a lot of fun, but it's really easy to pile up in a corner. It's real easy to run over somebody getting into a corner. Okay, that was a much smoother back up in line, 57.
6.429.
Oh, 5 car went way wide. Oh, they're wrecking.
Stay the bottom, stay the bottom.
Luckily, we missed that. I think he stayed straight, though. I think we're almost going to be 3 wide here, so I'm trying to keep it. Okay, we're not.
16.755. Clear high.
That was sketchy, though. 5 car came back down. I thought he was hooking that guy up into the wall. Lucky he didn't. And he stayed himself out of the wall. We're actually somewhat getting by this guy, though. Somehow. Slow car on the bottom. I think that's the 5 car. And that's a caution. But that put us in 5th. We were getting by the 13 of Timmy there. I'm shocked we made that pass in the bottom. That was nice. That is going to put us on the bottom, though, for the restart, unfortunately. I don't know why the 7 couldn't have made it into the pit lane without bringing out a caution. That is kind of unfortunate. Yeah, they're having a great battle up front. So that's interesting to watch from back here. But we're having a hell of a battle back here as well on our own hands. So I'll bring you guys back and get ready to take the green because these caution laps are going to take a minute or so. So we're having a good run. We went from 7th to 5th there on that run. So hopefully we can keep on moving forward.
1 to go.
All right, get ready to take the green here. And while we're under these pace laps, I actually see the yellow car is a 37, not a 57. Like the entire time I thought that was a 5 just because of the font. I thought it was a fat top, then going down skinny and going to the bottom part of the 5. But so that's my bad. Did not notice that at all until now. Until like we're literally side by side with them, going slow. But we got up to 5th. The bottom's gonna be rough here. We were making a pass on Timmy there, so I'm happy about that. Hopefully we can keep it up on the bottom for this restart. Got the 9 right in front of us. That was a bad start for me. I was rolling a little bit too quick, so I checked up to not run over the 9. And that's as soon as they started going. Of course. That's how it works every time. Because I didn't want to lift his rear wheels up and get him super sideways or anything. Let's see if we can try to get by Timmy, though, on the bottom here.
16.822. Clear hand.
Been running really well down here. That was a really good 1 and 2. About as good as I could get it. Keep going a little too wide into turn 3, but I'm trying not to hit that inside wall and bounce up into him.
Outside.
Might be able to clear him off of 2 here if I have a good enough 1 and 2.
Hey, boss, you got us back up in there, man. Good job.
There we go. Cleared him there. That was solid. I'm super happy about that. That's very difficult to do also, so I'm... Oh, and Timmy's getting wrecked.
16.
Huge pile up behind. There's a caution. Yep. I was waiting for it. We're gonna be back on the bottom though, so that sucks, but I came up in front of him clear. I wasn't like, I didn't check him up really bad or anything, I don't think. I think he might have just gotten a little sideways off of 4 or something, because I saw him getting spun on the front stretch there, which is super unfortunate. So we're stayed in 5th. Hopefully these cautions don't continue, because that would be disappointing. We're having such a good race so far, so hopefully we can get a green flag run here to the finish.
1 to go.
All right, so we got about half this race left. Hopefully it goes green to the end, because it's been a really fun one when we have green flag laps. That first run was great. That was a lot of fun. We only had like a 2-3 lap run there. I'm shocked there wasn't a huge wreck earlier on this backstretch with the 7 car almost hooking Timmy. He's actually still in 7th, shockingly. I don't know how that happened. Maybe everybody really checked up or something or piled up into it. A lot of people might have damage behind us then. He went real early. As soon as the pace truck made a move. So I can get up to the top real quick, which is nice. Had a better start than 6th place. Because the top is where I want to be. And not in the wall, though. That doesn't help. 37 hit that wall down there. Oh, he almost came up and hooked the 9. I'm up in the wall again. That is one problem I do have here, is hitting that outside wall on the front stretch or on the back here. If I have it a little bit too angled. Just got to try to keep the car nice and smooth. That was a really good 3 and 4.
16.672, clear low.
Slid up a little bit too much there in 1 and 2.
Inside, clear.
This guy on the bottom's doing a really good job. This 37's so slow.
Inside,
Really checking up for him. Try not to run him over.
3, 1,
He's just really slow through the center of the corner. Don't know if he's gassing it too much, just spinning his tires or what, but I feel like we're a little bit faster than the 37. This guy on the inside is doing a great job, though. As I say that, he started sliding up, but we stayed safe. We stayed safe.
6, 9. Go get these boys.
Definitely can make that bottom work with how wide these corners are, and I keep getting in that damn wall in the backstretch. That backstretch wall is a lot worse than the front stretch, though. Just because it's like opening can really hurt you.
9, 4, clear.
If I need to stop getting so wide down the backstretch, I need to straighten it out a little bit better off turn 2.
Clear.
If I can do that, we should be able to catch these guys in front of us.
16.771.
Slid up a little bit too hard there in 1 and 2 again. That guy made a pass in the bottom behind us. Just trying to make it on us now. He made it in 1 and 2, it seems. So maybe 1 and 2 is a little bit better on the bottom at this point. I think he got crossed back over. Ooh, he got pushed up into the wall. I saw that in the mirror. They were running really tight there. Very front guy is like running straight on the bottom. Where did the 37 go? 37 disappeared. He gone. Don't know where he's at. We might be up to 4th now. That's unfortunate for the 37. He's been really fast.
16.6.
But we're starting to run the bottom now. Does seem like it's got some speed. We've pulled away from the guys behind us when they started battling, which is nice. Gotta miss that barrel. That's super terrifying every time off of 4. I do like the exit of turn 2. It's really nice. I probably should get like a wider entry into this, but I just feel better having that grip on entry rather than going up into the slick and maybe spinning my tires before I get to the entry. They're throwing sliders behind us, it looks like. We got 5 laps left. Don't hit that wall. We barely clipped it, but you see how much that straightens us out. It really hurts our exit off of turn 4. They are starting to catch me a little bit from behind, it seems. Yep, there went Zach. That's unfortunate to see.
16.95.
Yeah, even the leader moved up top, so I think the bottom maybe started going away a little bit too much, at least in 1 and 2 it seems for him. I like the bottom in 1 and 2 better than 3 and 4. But I'm just going to try to keep the momentum up top here. Maybe last lap I'll run bottom just so we don't get a slider thrown on us. Anthony's moved all the way up to 5th. What a run by him on the back half of this race. Damn good race by him. I thought he was gonna kind of be stuck back there, which would have been unfortunate, but he's moved all the way up to 5th. He's really good at the slick tracks. Nice run. Gonna run bottom though, just so nothing can happen to us unless we hit the inside wall and really screw it up. But we come home
Great
fourth.
battle there.
I'll take
Evan, that was
that.
fun, bud.
I will take that. Good race up front. Hunter ended up winning it. Evan actually got second there.
Checker.
Good race there, Anthony, though. Way to have a comeback. That was a good job. I'm happy we got fourth
I know
though.
you were coming there at the end. Had me a little worried.
Real solid race there though. They're having a good race up front, but let's go back, see the incident. I want to see how Anthony made it through the last few laps there. He was flying. I think he was just ripping that bottom. Where did he pass so many people then? Was it off the restart? He was back in 8th on lap 22. He got by a lot of people really quick. Oh yeah, this is where I saw him a mirror they pushed up.
I ain't got a setup for it, so probably not.
The bottom car slid up into the green. Hits him up. They save it by getting off the gas, and then he goes back by both of them. Like a hell of a comeback by Anthony for sure, because he started really deep in the field, and I knew he was 12th at one point too. But let's go back, see the incidents that happened through the race, because there was a couple of, I keep messing up. There was a couple of wrecks here. I want to see what happened. 9 cars gonna barely scrape the wall. There's gonna be a lot of wall hits for sure. I definitely have a few of them, most likely, because I did that multiple times. That guy sent it in front of him. Oh, 10 cars straightened out really bad there. Barely scraped it. He's fine. Easy to hit it off turn 4 there. 44 is really wide, getting off sideways. Easy to hit it going into turn 1 as well. I just want to see where, this is only lap 5. I want to see where the 7 and them get together. Oh, right here. Right here, he got bumped out the way. I never saw this happen because it wasn't in my view, because I was just back here. I was way back here actually. I was behind the yellow car and this happened way up there, so didn't really see this happen. Oh, I messed up the word. I'm terrible at typing, by the way. But he got bumped. This is where I thought there was going to be a huge wreck, because he gets super sideways, almost hooks Timmy into the wall, nails himself into that wall, and then he's probably pretty damaged, and then he just comes to a stop, like, on the backstretch. Like, well, he easily could have turned into the pits right here. Easily could have just turned into the pits. Doesn't come down, instead goes around and just stops it on the backstretch, and that brings out the caution, unfortunately. This is where I kind of messed up the start. Oh, and the 11 just got into Anthony there. That's where he lost even more spots. Damn, like, he had a huge comeback, though. Good comeback, though, by Anthony. Hell of a good race. He's going to get that outside wall. It really messes up your entry to turn 3 if you hit that outside wall. Did it so many times. Oh, this is what happened behind me. Yes, I wanted to see this. Because, who is that? That's another 37. He just barely clipped the right or left rear of Timmy there and spins him around. Caution came out, so he stayed in 7th somehow. But that was a pretty big wreck back there. I think that was the last caution, and then it went green to the end. This was the start. Leader went super early, get a huge jump. I got lucky that Zach DC'd. I might have been able to pass him because I felt like we were slightly quicker than him. He definitely was spinning his tires really hard through 3 and 4 when we were catching him one time. I kept hitting the wall out here. This guy was making a pass on me really well on the bottom. I kept hitting that wall and giving him the chance, though. Screwed up my entry to 3, but he was running a really good line. Who was that? Parker Dixon? Good race. He was running really well on the inside of me without hitting me. Anthony was already up to 8th. All right, so off that restart is when he got a lot of his spots, it seems. Because where was he? He was in 10th. And he starts working his way up real quick, huh? Gets by the 44 in a couple laps, it seems. He was working the bottom a lot earlier than the front guys were, and it was working out for him. But he got by the 44 and Timmy there pretty well, and then started catching our whole group up here. He got that outside wall as well. I don't know anybody that didn't get that outside wall, except the really front guys, maybe. Oh, he got bumped out of the way. Dang, the 11 car was getting punished like left and right in this race. Just moved out of the way one time and another. Is the 10 gonna hit him? 10 straightens out. Nope, they don't hit. They're good. Thought for sure he was gonna get hit though. It was really close. But I'm so happy these this fix series in the pros is here. Like, I've been waiting to run these cars for so damn long. I'm so excited these are a thing now. So I'm probably gonna run a lot of the season in these and the 360s, honestly, because I'm trying to get better in the sprint cars. And these are just a really good middle ground. Like, if you like the limiteds and you're fast in them, try to move up to the pros now. Because before, it was just going from limiteds to supers, because those are the only things that had fixed series. Ooh, real tight battle. He moves Timmy up their track. Poor Timmy. He just keeps getting bumped out of the way as well. He started up there towards the front, really. He had a really good run in the heat and qualifying. But there's probably not too many incidents left. But like I was saying, I am super excited about these fixed series. Like, the UMPs have a fixed series they have for a while. I haven't really ran those much. The big blocks have one now, which I'm super excited about, and I've ran those now both weeks. Trying to get better at those as well. The sprints is going to be really helpful for the 360s, and I just love the Pro Late models. I'm still going to run the supers most weeks, most likely, because I want to get better in the late models in general, and they're probably my best dirt car, I would say. So, having the pros and supers being fixed now, I can get multiple times in the cars. They're just a little bit different horsepower, but same concept for the most part, which is nice. Oh yeah, it's stuck on the 11. I didn't even realize it's been stuck on the 11, but hell of a race there. I'm happy we finished up in 4th. Let's go see what we end up getting out of the results. Might have actually gained the slightest bit of iRating in this one, which would be a shocker. All right, results in strength of field was only 24.69, nice, but we actually gained some iRating and safety. I'm really happy about that. We've had a real downward spiral on our iRating this season so far. We've lost, like, I think 300, something like that already. I think 200 or so. At least we didn't lose down to 4K yet. Probably next week, but we just need to run pretty good like we did in this one. We were car 1, which is unfortunate. Still gained 15 in 4th place. Anthony got 26 behind us, being car 4. Good run though. Very happy about that. A couple of really fast guys up front. I'm shocked their iRatings aren't higher. And one of them's a C-class. Evan's a C-class somehow. Maybe he doesn't run a lot of things to up his license. Not 100% sure, but he actually is almost to a 4.0, so he might hit B-class again soon. But real fun race. I'm happy that these are back. I just love the fixed series altogether. And I've never had a lot of time or the knowledge to work with setups and stuff. So I'm super happy these Pro Late models are fixed series. They used to be my favorite car to drive. Probably going to become my favorite car to drive once again, just because they have enough throttle to screw up. And I just have a good feel with the late model overall. I just need to get a little faster because it looked like a really fun battle up front that they had. So appreciate you guys for watching as always. Hopefully you guys are excited for the new series in the Pro Late models as I am. And hopefully I can catch some of you guys in some different races now, since there's new series out basically. So appreciate you guys for watching as always. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the racing, and I'll catch you in the next one.